Got it, Bray.
All right, we should be.
Oh, did you want to invite Craig?
Oh, it's Anthony that has to do it. Because he won't make me a moderator of this Discord channel.
Please hold. We're inviting Craig to the party. Oh, is he going to show up?
Who's
Craig is
Craig?
the
Oh, I didn't
magical
think about
bear
that.
records Discord.
If he's gonna show up in the thing, it might not.
So this is a great start.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
Just try it.
That's fine.
He
It's
might
actually
not.
fine. It's fine because we don't have audio or don't have music, so
That's
it's
true.
fine. All right. So I have a very important question for you all. It's been a kind of a crazy time, you know.
Now recording.
Oh my God, Craig
Oh,
is
he
here.
just show up. Hi, Craig.
Oh yes.
I hated that. I hated that so much.
I don't like this.
I think I
and
can.
I'm
Wait,
going
no,
to
don't.
make him
No,
go
hang on,
away.
hang on, hang on,
Hold on, hold on.
hang on, hang on,
It's fine. It's
hang
fine.
on. Where is he?
And I needed a fucking jump scare warning on that one, guy.
This is actually 5 Nights at Freddy's.
Okay,
If
yeah,
it
you
makes
can
it-
get rid of
it
him.
ma- Yeah.
I was just
it's
seeing.
It's gonna make another noise, John.
Oh, that one wasn't nearly as bad.
That was
Craig
Palmer.
didn't scream at me.
Oh boy. All right.
Now
Uh,
recording.
Jokes aside, a really important question. You know, we've had the Canadian wildfires, and you know some of us are in New York, and for New Yorkers, we've had to deal with both the smog, like blotting out the sun. We also have had to deal with like a lot of like torrential flooding from the rain in between some of it, and also because of the smoke, apparently it has attracted these like pyrophilic bugs. So we have had swarms of insects in the parks as well. So I would just say that we've already gotten like 3 out of 10 biblical plagues. Which one are you hoping will happen next?
I'm just saying.
Gotta-
Pyro.
Go ahead.
Was it pyrophilic?
Pyrophilic. Yeah.
Pyrophilic bugs. Like that sounds like you're already like halfway to Lord of the Rings.
Personally, I'm ready for like Rain of Blood.
That's.
I feel
jumping
like
straight to Rain of Blood.
let's just fucking send it.
I mean, it's a sick album.
I want the frog invasion to start. I'm really ready.
My gut instinct
for
was
frogs.
frog. Definitely frog.
Well, is the culling of the firstborns a plague, or is that a punishment for the plague? Because I'm not a religious folk.
I'm pretty sure
I believe
that it is
that's
a
the
plague.
10th plague. That's the,
Yeah.
the
Great.
Tenth
Well, I'm the
final.
second born in my family, so I feel like if we could go ahead and just get that one done, I'm golden. So we're ready to go
Greg,
there.
Greg is
the
about
Band-Aid
moving up.
off.
Greg's about moving up that ladder.
Succession, baby. That show ended, but that's a grind forever. That's
Honestly,
not
Succession is a mentality.
If Succession
Yeah.
had ended with a biblical plague of the firstborn son dying, that would have been such a
honestly, that would have been so wild that I would have been here for it.
That'd have been
Yeah.
rad.
Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers.
twist. Spoilers, that's not how Succession ends.
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna watch it.
Just because of that. Oh,
Just
well.
kidding. I'm way too busy
Another one.
playing Street Fighter.
So hi everyone, my name is Michael, and we are Weeknight Wizards, and coming at you live to kick off a little campaign of a game that we recently remembered we wanted to play. It's called the Genesys RPG, originally made by Fantasy Flight Games, and which created also the popular Star Wars RPG based on this system, like Edge of the Empire. We did, I think, talk about it last time, but I think Fantasy Flight did some sketchy stuff of like, or something happened where they were like bought and everyone got laid off, which isn't great.
Yeah, so
You made a great
so
system.
just as a disclaimer, because I said this last time, but I listened to Campaign, the podcast, which is run by James D'Amato and like a bunch of other talented folks, and their disclaimer, because they use Genesis at the end of every episode, is that a private equity firm purchased Fantasy Flight Games and then summarily got rid of everybody who was behind the creative force of the game Genesis. So they always like to say that because they use that game. So that is just one thing that I always want to mention because it feels like it's in good standing, but we could do some more research into that as well.
Well, and now Michael has launched
I'm
the
also
activity
sorry.
Poker
I was
Night.
trying to mute my microphone and instead have started Poker Night in Discord.
We're doing
How do I
Essentially the
stop
same
it?
command.
Has everybody?
We're
Is
taking a
everybody
hard,
big or
we're taking a
lose?
hard left turn
Yeah,
tonight.
hard
Gamer.
pivot.
This is
We're
poker
playing
night.
poker instead.
Michael, you got to take down the house.
I don't know how to leave it, guys.
Guys, I got bad news. I'm
Yeah.
not set up to capture
That's-
Discord windows.
Michael,
Too bad. I'm
Michael,
playing poker.
Michael, that's called addiction when you don't know how to leave the table. That's
Yeah.
Right.
Michael,
have a
you
problem.
can do it. Just
I do have a problem, but it's actually a tech problem.
95% of gamblers quit just before they make it big.
yeah.
Oh man, how do I stop it? I can't.
Joe, I
leave
want
it.
you to run my inevitable intervention.
Well, I mean, look, you can win 200% in
activity.
a night,
Okay.
but you of all
I
your
left
money,
the activity.
but you can only lose 100%.
John, you have to hit the red button, like the basically the hang up button to leave the activity.
Oh, what makes you think I'm leaving this activity?
You play poker by yourself. All right.
He's on a hot streak.
He's
You
so good
literally
at
cannot
beating
lose.
nobody.
Yeah, sorry. I assumed it was a thing where I wanted to mute, mostly because I'm drinking beer and I wanted to burp. I thought like, oh, you know what? I've kind of put my Discord sort of off screen. I was like, you know, the logical place to put the mute button is right next to the video button in Discord. And instead, no, they put games next to video.
Mhm.
And on the complete other side, we have mute. So understand that one. I'm gonna add the
You
Discord.
know, it's just hard.
Anyway, yes. So thank you for filling us in on that, Greg. It is unfortunate to hear about Fantasy Flight games, but we had played this since before that happened, and it is or played a little bit of Star Wars anyway, and we had a lot of fun with it with the narrative dice system. And we wanted to try it in a non-Star Wars setting, so we are taking it for a spin in something that it is clearly not designed for, which is an urban monster of the week style fantasy game in the vein of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where we have 4 unlikely teenagers who have found themselves imbued with dark demonic powers to help them fight off the forces of evil that are plaguing their vaguely Californian coastal town of San Juan. Will they prevent an impending apocalypse? We'll find out if we keep playing long enough. But before I start, I'd like to go around the table and just have every player introduce themselves. We'll just do a little self-intro first, and then we'll talk about characters after. But if you could give your name, like your background with RPGs, maybe, and with Genesys in particular, and then a fiction that you're into right now, movie, book, otherwise. I can start, I guess, since I said my name is Michael. I don't know. We've played a lot of RPGs. Started with D&D, quickly moved on to other fantasy settings, played some neutral stuff like Cypher, Genesys. I'm maybe most known in our group for running things for like 5 sessions and then abandoning it. So but that's not going to be this time. And a piece of fiction I'm into right now is I actually just started playing Pikmin 2 again. And, really, really into that right now.
Just in preparation
What
for
year is
Pikmin
this?
3 and then Pikmin 4, which just came out.
I do
on the
own
Switch.
Pikmin 3, but I was like, I should beat Pikmin 2 before I play Pikmin 3. Was my
It's
idea.
got
you-
really vital story moments.
Yeah. Well, mostly I'm like, I should get used to playing with 2-player characters before I jump to 4-player or whatever it is. I don't know. It
I
gets
love
really
how
fun.
Gregory said it as a joke, and it was actually fucking true. It was like, you need to do Pikmin 2 before you can do Pikmin 3 in preparation for Pikmin 4.
Yeah, no joke. Also, I've always been a Pikmin stan though, so I'm
It's a
excited for it.
great games.
And I don't know who would like to introduce himself.
I can go next because I'm also playing a GameCube game right now. My name is Joe. I was gonna say my favorite system that we've ever played was. I'm a sucker for Blades in the Dark.
Blaze is great.
Such a great system. Simple, lightweight. Book needs a lot of work.
Yeah,
In
we're
terms of-
adding Discord mods and we're adding Blades in the Dark writers.
Yeah.
Be like, please organize your book better.
Yeah.
Organize your apps and books better.
But it's still a great system. And right now I'm working on I'm playing Street Fighter 6 because I have to. And then on my off time from Street Fighter 6, it's my yearly playthrough of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Old Door.
Which you did run as an RPG.
I did
game
run as
for
an
us, which
RPG.
is- Yeah.
Which
That was
is
pretty
very
fun.
fun. Yeah.
would like to?
I can go. Hey, I'm Gregory. I also said this last time, but it didn't record. In this group, I'm probably the least exposed to RPGs, the baby of the RPG group, even though I've been playing with all of you for years now at this point. But my claim to fame is I've still never played Dungeons and Dragons as like a thing.
He has, John.
We did a one session
One
like character
single
creation.
session.
No,
Yeah, so that's
wasn't-
kind of my.
Wait, didn't you play the Paper Mario? Or did you not?
That was 13th Age first
That was
off.
13th age.
Oh, you're right. It was 13th Age that time.
Yep. My record is still intact. Anyways, so but yeah, we've been playing all kind of the same games. And I typically play kind of like rogue, thief, skillful characters, and this time I'm playing somebody that is not that, which is exciting for me. It's yep.
So Nick in the chat just reminded us that Greg, we played the Strixhaven
Oh, did
5e
we? Was that D&D?
campaign. That was D&D 5e.
Okay, well then my record no longer exists. I have played
We also-
less than
everything you
5
just said.
sessions.
We also did
Yeah,
a one
there we
shot
go.
where we tried there was a supplement for it made it extremely difficult and like brutal, the combat super brutal if you remember. We did that once too. So
Yeah.
we played, like,
Okay.
we
Let me.
played
I've got a new mantle. I've never played Pathfinder, so that's gonna
We
be
actually,
my.
Greg, we just played Pathfinder. Literally, like Pathfinder
When did
2e.
Pathfinder 2,
Yeah.
Still.
Not
Correct.
Pathfinder 1.
sequel to Pathfinder.
There we go.
Alright.
Anyways,
Picks
all
up
this
where
to say,
Pathfinder leaves off.
because this actually is just all in defense of my first point, which is I know none of these fucking games, and I don't know which ones are which and how they're different. So I am the least tenured when it comes to the systems. And all this to say that yeah, I'm really excited to delve into this. And then was there one last part of that I needed to?
Oh, what media are you enjoying?
what are you
right
gonna-
now?
Yeah.
What
you know,
GameCube game
we're all
have you
just
played most recently?
Tears of the Kingdom is where it's at, baby.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I've actually just started the fantasy novel series, the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, which I had never read before, but my friend gifted to me for my birthday. I'm about halfway through the first book, and it is very good, and I highly recommend it to everybody. It is a story focused on what if the superpower that certain members of the society could control was like earthquakes and dealing with the earth in and of itself, and it's a very interesting political story. So there.
Love it.
I can go
Anthony.
next.
Great.
I'm Anthony. I have been playing role-playing games since 2015. In that time, I've led, I think, 3 full 5e campaigns to completion, as well as a lovely Blades in the Dark campaign set in the world of Lies of Locke Lamora. And I've played all the other games that these guys have played, just with them. Fiction that I'm enjoying right now, I just finished my 4th go-through of Brandon Sanderson's seminal work, The Way of Kings, and I'm about to start the book talk sensation, The Fourth Wing, which we'll see if it lives up to the hype.
I have never heard of that, so
We go on different Instagrams, you and me.
I think so. We walk different algorithmic trails. Very cool. John, run us out.
Yeah, that leaves me. I have no fucking clue how long I've been playing role-playing games. A very long time. Long enough that systems and rules have ceased to have any meaning to me. I have no idea what I'm doing at any given moment. I just say what I want to do, and someone tells me what dice to roll, and that's how that works.
That's what you want in your veteran player. Complete lack of understanding.
Listen, you may call it ignorance. I call it complete creative freedom.
He's moved into his Silver Age.
Yeah,
Your
see,
moksha.
It's Zen Boy Summer.
he's no longer bound by rules.
John is as perilously close as he's ever been to being like-minded to somebody who's been canceled. He's just like he's one smidge, just one little
I-
push away.
Stream is
riding the
young.
fucking razor's edge, and I've never felt more alive.
That's the problem. You're chasing the high.
Like I said,
No, I've feel like I've played damn near everything that's out there at this point. It's been a long time since I've actually played as a character, which is going to be fun. Currently running a game for some of our New York crew called Invisible Sun, which is surrealist fantasy, which is just a lovely little trip down Insanity Lane.
the
In my
nice thing about that one is you don't actually need to know the rules because the world is made up entirely
Yes.
at all points.
Again, I'm beyond rules. Rules have ceased to have any meaning to me, and it's fucking great. In my personal life, I'm a lawyer, so that's fun.
Rules,
Opposite of
laws have
role-playing
stopped
game.
meaning anything to you.
Best thing I'll tell you about being a lawyer is that laws don't mean anything.
They're all made up.
It's all made up, and none of it matters. And I guess recent, yeah, again,
Real life lawyer, in-game rules anarchist.
correct. I use all of my rule following energy in my daily life. And this is also, I guess, outing myself as a person of the legal world. Other than Tears of the Kingdom, which I have carved out time for because I just fucking love firing those little Korok bastards off into the sun. The most recent piece of, I guess, nerd adjacent content that I've consumed is a couple of weeks ago. I finally watched The Rings of Power.
I have not finished.
And it was all right.
Yes.
That was my experience as well. That was all right.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Joe, do you want to take us from the starting soon to the actual stream?
Of course. There we go.
Because we have technically started.
Well, yeah,
Soon.
but it was like it was still the
We
intro
were starting
stuff.
soon, Michael.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now that we're in the game, now we can talk about the characters. Now that it's like, yeah, I believe that it's almost like there's like an object permanence where it's like when you turn off the game, like the characters blink out of existence, and it's a horrible time of darkness for them. So now that they are back in existence, we can talk about who we're gonna play. So I'd love if we can continue this little round table and talk about who we're gonna be playing. So most important thing is to let us know your character's name, how they came to live in the city of San Juan. For spoilers, this game takes place in 2004, so I need to know your general 2000s vibe and aesthetic of your high school student that you'll be playing, and then also the name and vibe of the demonic entity that you are drawing your power from. Why don't we do the same order? I'm the GM.
Yeah.
I'm playing everyone else, so don't worry about me.
Everyone and everything else.
Joe, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah. Sorry. So my name is Joe. The character I am playing is Cassius, Crash Smasher Spencer.
Yeah, Crash Smasher being your AOL screen name, right?
Yes, well, his hacker name, which I was getting to. I was buying time so I could find the notes.
I'm just gonna keep copy pasting Crash Smasher in the notes. I'm not typing that ever again.
So he is a scholarship kid to Gold Point Academy. His family is kind of from like a small Midwestern town, but like a suburb of a major city. I think we said he kind of lives like outside Detroit. Like it's a Detroit suburb. He's got cargo pants, kind of a disheveled look. He wears his Matrix sunglasses everywhere because he is a Y2K like hacker. And what he does in his free time, he likes to freak the phones to get free long distance calling. He's just likes to mess around his computer, see what he can get up to. Yeah, demon is Yakarthan.
Copy
Who?
pasting that one too.
Well, yeah, that's fine. Who is like an electronic demon. So he uses primal magic in the system, which we are kind of imagining as like the ley lines and wires of the city are like magical ley lines that I draw my or Cash draws his power from. He is also the keyboardist in our band.
Name TBD.
Name TBD, which might be the name. We might be known as Name TBD.
I thought we decided that the band name was going to change every episode,
Oh, you could be
Or
right.
every arc. Yeah. Well,
like
right.
the Bob's Burgers special.
Yeah, so he is the keyboardist in our little band. He's also
Perfect.
his Genesis class is technically the intellect, the intellectual. And his career is hacker.
Perfect. Greg, I think you went next.
Yes, I will be playing a gentleman called Trevor Faust. He is a native of Sanduran, Duran, but he was meant to be not at Gold Point. He was meant to be at Silverstream Academy, which is kind of the military academy, because that's where the males in his family went. But he is decidedly not a military type, so he is. Kind of like what I said previously is like imagine Pete Wentz if he was like just a little bit less a little less annoying and a little more just kind of like was somebody who went to art house, which sounds annoying, but like went to like art house cinema and was less interested in fame. But he
Irrespectively
is
annoying.
yeah, correct. But he is, like average height, long black hair. He definitely has kind of the raw swoop and like emo like aesthetic sensibilities, makeup and eyeliner, and I think I just making this decision now, but he definitely has snake bite, like piercings, and he's just like a good old boy who like does not like his very military type parents, and really wants to be a musician. That's like his kind of dream. So he's a drummer. He works at the local indie cinema for his day job, and then his demon is shorthand. We're calling Heidi. Heidi is a satyr, so something that is, in lore, kind of like dealing with like control through like pleasure and sound and like all those things. And Hydemeles is the long name of the satyr. And he is the savvy archetype. So he is good socially, despite not fitting in with who he's supposed to be fitting in with.
Awesome. I just want to say that choosing snakebite tattoo or piercings off the cuff is such a hard character choice to just make on a whim. I
It
love
just
it.
felt right. I don't know.
So,
Yeah. Piercings heal.
You told us
I like that.
You told us to pick the vibe, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, and you went with it. Speaking of vibe, Anthony, what is your character in their vibe?
Yes. I'm gonna just copy and paste my notes from last time. I am playing Serena Saturn, who is a foreign exchange student from the fictional nation of Kaznia. She is the daughter of the Kaznian ambassador, I think we decided.
Mm-hmm.
And they are currently locked in the Tom Hanks, the terminal scenario where their country is at war and they can't go home. So
yeah, basically a perma exchange student status.
yes, exactly. Her vibe is she is the skater punk of the group. So she has purple hair and wears a lot of black and tries to do everything to differentiate herself from her twin sister Sarah, who is with the It group known as the Planets. Luckily, we've got the last name that just works out for that.
Yeah. It's a very specific club of girls who have planetary adjacent or directly planetary names. And
Most
that's
of
just
them are
how
direct,
it goes.
yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. She is the guitarist of the band that we are a part of for some reason. Her demon is named Ozultar, the scribe of the Cabal, who is a very intelligent, intellect-focused demon who is probably kind of a dick.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'm sure all the demons kind of are.
Mm.
As far as the nuts and bolts, I picked the. What class did I pick? I know I picked the driver archetype
That's your
because it started
yeah.
me with a car.
Which we determined you have to share with your sister. So.
Yes, absolutely. And also, it is a two-seater, which was funny when we had 3 people, and even
Very
funnier
funny.
now that we have 4.
Uh,
I am the dedicated archetype with the driver career.
Awesome. John, run us out.
All right. My character's name is Kyle. Kyle Tanner, to be specific. Kyle is the reserve pitcher on the varsity baseball team. He is a legacy admission to Gold Point. He is a San Juan native. His parents both grew up here. He grew up here. His parents both went to Gold Point. They've donated a lot of money to this school. That combined with his phenomenal abilities as a baseball player got him a spot, even though he's not the smartest Kyle in the bunch. But he has a good heart, and he's very kind. His demonic companion friend thing is called Gwyn Apnud, who is a demonic member of the Wild Hunt. Gwyn is quite small of stature and rides a proportionally small horse, and is extremely aggressive and tries to bring out Kyle's kind of latent leadership capabilities, but has a tendency to advocate for crude and/or violent solutions to problems, which is not Kyle's go-to response to any
his vibe.
situation. It's not Kyle's vibe.
And you'd say Kyle's actual vibe is sort of this like sporty preppy athlete.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
Kyle is tall. He has effortlessly cool, kind of mid-length flowing hair. He reeks of old money in the way that he dresses, the shoes that he wears. A little bit overdressed for every situation, but not so much that you feel like you need to point it out. It's very much how he was raised. A lot of polos, a lot of linen. Loves the summer, kind of energy.
Boat shoes.
Yeah, a lot
Sorry,
about
but shoes. Salmon shorts. All right. Well, that's
tacky.
a vibe.
There's a
Okay.
vibe. It's not Kyle's vibe.
Got
And nuts and bolts. Kyle is of the athlete varietal, with the leader career.
Yeah, a lot of Red Ranger energy, as we were saying. Excellent. So that is our cast. Like I said, I'm as the GM. I will be playing everyone else, and I already apologize in advance because there's a lot of names, and don't worry about it. Don't think too hard.
That
don't,
was our thorn. One of our thorns from last time.
I made a lot of
names.
character names. It's like it's a fully fleshed out world or something. It's great. Okay, and to anyone who might be listening, hey Nick, we see you. We love Nick, a long time player with us. Just so you know, we actually did this last week, and none of it was recorded. So we've just moved on, and this is sort of our soft reboot, session 1.5, I guess you'd say. But
Yeah, my
we're gonna
bad.
just pretend it's session 1.
Session 1 for real this time.
Yep.
If anyone's interested, not much happened. It was basically a class graduation class year competition. So our heroes participated in like track and field and a talent show, and cheated to win at a game of tug of war.
That was not
So,
cheating.
We strategized.
Strategized to win a game of tug
yeah,
of war.
that's true. I think some magic was also used, which is questionable.
We are gonna leave it at that because if
That's
we
all you need to know.
explain it's not as funny.
No, that's fine. All right. Everyone good? Ready to start?
Yep, good to go.
Okay. All right. Another apology I have is that since this is an intro, I'm going to be talking a lot. All right. Let's get going. Early September 2004. A cloud drifts lazily by as we gaze down at the sprawling metropolis of San Juan. The old mining town's Art Deco towers of obsidian and sandstone rise up towards the sky. Suddenly, a ripple crosses our view. It becomes clear that we're not staring at the city, but into a pool of dark water, now disrupted by a pale hand lazily drawing ripples at the edge. The owner of the hand, a woman of gray pallor, narrows her eyes and begins speaking. It's almost time, my brothers. The hollow moon grows stronger with each passing day. Soon this world will fall, and the cries of these pathetic humans will be its harbinger. She begins to laugh, and behind her in the shadows, two deeper voices join her, laughing and adding their laughter to hers. In the water, we see something new has come into focus. We see a bright neighborhood of Luxor, San Juan's hub of arts and fashions. It's just north of the Acre River. The prestigious Gold Point Academy for the Gifted fills our view. The school occupies the former gold exchange of town. Once a focal point of industriousness, it's now crowded by millennial teenagers. Where carts filled to the brim with ore were once wheeled in, skateboards now shred. And where a cacophony of metalworkings used to fill the air, instead the sounds of "Yeah" by Usher emit from a nearby car. A bell sounds, and the doors to the school slam open, with students pouring out into the streets, book bags in hand. They're eager to leave the day of learning behind and move on to more simple pleasures. Some of the students go to an odd hot spot in town. It's an original Italian shaved ice shop known as the Close Shave. Our view zooms in on the establishment. It almost looks like an old soda fountain, though its renown actually comes from the eccentric treats and equally unique names. Of course, you see a sign in the window. The specials leading up to Halloween are naturally horror-filmed themes. So you have flavors such as Rosemary's Berry, Nightmare on Plum Street, and the Banana Duck, which I know is anachronistic, but I'm keeping it. Three figures crowd into a booth, and a fourth one dons his uniform. Joe, I need you to describe Cash's uniform as he hops behind the counter to start his shift.
So I feel like this is one of those places where like the uniforms are like aggressively colored.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's definitely like bright yellow. The whole thing is blue. I think.
Sorry, I'm like this will be helpful.
No, it is helpful. I don't know how he fits behind that counter though.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I think the uniform, it actually matches exactly to the color of the walls.
Perfect.
Except for the like the actual apron that you wear, which is like it's like tie-dye, hopefully to cover up any like ice cream splatters for as long as possible.
I love it. Yeah, you three have all been here a lot. This again, sort of a hot spot, and of course where Cash works. And I want to know as you all get into your booth, what is your go-to order? It doesn't have to be punny. It can just be some like what is it that your character orders at the Close Shave? Could be Italian ice. It could be otherwise.
All right, the punny one that popped into my mind. Serena will order the "In space, no one can hear your ice cream."
I really like that.
That's very good.
Does this shop have gelato?
Man, the world's your oyster.
Yeah.
Open up that imagination can of yours.
Tiramisu
just let it pour
gelato.
out. Love that.
That's for Kyle. What's a Kyle flavor?
It's a Kyle flavor. I
I
like
mean-
I like the idea that even if it had a punny name, he would not refer to it as such.
Simply refuse to call it that.
He goes to Starbucks and orders a large.
Um,
That's-
I think whenever they come in, Trevor makes a point because Trevor's whole thing is he's very anti-establishment, but he doesn't know what that means because he's a teenager. So he
he hates buildings.
so he thinks it's like I'm not gonna support the man, but he definitely comes in with Dippin' Dots every time. Like he goes to like the local Dippin' Dots seller and buys it from them, and then brings it into another place of business.
Into a mom and
Uh,
pop style shop.
That's such a teenage asshole move.
Oh yeah,
In
absolutely.
his defense,
Yeah.
though, it is the ice cream of the future.
And it is 2004, where it was truly
Sure.
the ice cream of the future.
It was the future then. We were living
It
in the
was the
future.
future. Oh god.
Excellent. As you are all enjoying your hard-earned treats, the peace of the day is disturbed as the hulking frame of none other than Carl the Bull Baker bursts through the door with two nearly equally hulking cronies. Carl, of course, is an extremely vocal member of the Argonauts, the Gold Point elite sailing team. They're all decked out in matching Letterman's jackets. Carl is drinking a koala cola, which he promptly slams, belches, crushes on his forehead, and tosses towards the trash, missing wide. He makes no effort to clean it up. And he bursts out, as he always does, talking. He goes,
So, like I was saying, bro, this party on Friday at the Argonaut Clubhouse is gonna be ballin'. I'm pretty sure everyone is gonna be there.
he spots you guys in your booth, and he smirks.
Oh, sorry, Freak Squad. Invite only. You understand.
But then he sees Kyle.
No, Kyle, if you're ready to ditch these losers and come back to the big boy table, I can see if I can get Jason to give you an invite to tag along.
Oh, that's all right. He actually already invited me.
Carl looks like frowns, his like furrows, and he's trying to think through it. He goes,
Are you messing with me, bro?
No, my family has a standing invite. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's easy mistake to make. It's okay.
Well, I guess I'll see you at the party.
Yeah,
he,
we'll
like,
see.
Actually looks
Yeah.
quizzically back. He's very confused by this because you're not really welcome with all the cool athletes all the time now. So
Dealing
he-
psychic damage, he didn't even
Yeah.
roll.
yeah, Carl's not quite smart enough, but also if he thinks if you are back in with Jason, of course the junior captain of the varsity team, he doesn't want to step on anyone's toes. So well done. You've outsmarted a character with a 1 intelligence.
Hey, Kyle is twice as smart as him.
That's true. Carl turns towards the booth, the counter, I should say. He goes,
Yo, Cash Bandicoot, can I get a free sample of that, Rosemary's Berry?
took him a long time to read it.
Yeah, Cash already had a scoop of it like ready. He's like, yes.
Excellent. He
here you
takes
go."
this bright red Rosemary's Berry, and as soon as you actually give it to him, I would say a dumb look comes over his face, but I have to say a dumber look comes over his face as he begins to stare into the deep red berry flavored treat you've given him, and his eyes kind of glaze over as he's looking at it. And after like
Cash is like moving it left to right to see if his eyes follow it like a dog.
he is following it. He is following it. Actually, his whole it's not his eyes. His whole face is kind of following as you're doing it. He's like he's a pretty dumb guy. This is a little weird for even him.
I'm making eye contact with my friends and just being like, check this out. Like moving it around.
One of the jocks with him goes,
Hey, yo, you okay, Bull?
and Carl starts like breathing really heavily, and it's just like his eyes start getting wider and a little crazier, and to the point where he starts frothing at the mouth. And do you do anything?
I'm gonna put it away.
You put it behind the counter?
Yeah.
He goes, no, and he actually dives down the counter behind you after this treat. I'm gonna need you to roll.
Okay.
Check.
I can do that.
Let me look at what are skills. You're going to have to do meet a level 2 roll to avoid this. So that's gonna be 2 purple die.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a setback die. Oh, for people who haven't played this game, the way this game works is you make a little pool of dice, and then you roll your stats against them.
I can do it on stream. Hang on.
No problem. I mean, that's just how it's gonna be. And I think to avoid it, it's going to be something agility based, which is probably not your strong suit, unfortunately.
No.
I say to avoid this, I would let you either roll coordination to kind of get yourself out of the way, but I'd also let you roll a survival. This is not the first time a hulking figure has come like lumbering at you.
Yeah, let's do survival.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose streetwise.
I don't think in this specific situation
Yeah.
you could get away
Okay.
with it.
So it was 2 purple, 1 setback?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of successes. Is that
Yeah.
2 threats?
3 successes, 2 threats.
Okay. So you easily sidestep him as he lumbers over it. The threats are he crashes into the wall and a bunch of glasses fall, shattering on the ground.
Oh, man.
And he gets back up, seeing that you still have the treat, and he starts coming towards you, and starts like flailing his arms and like basically like recklessly like breaking things. And we're gonna cut there and say this isn't a combat unless people want it to be. But so if people want to interact, just feel free to jump in. The 2 jocks are kind of shocked and they're like,
Yo, dude, what the hell? Like, what are you doing? Like, dude, give him his ice cream.
I mean, I'm trying to give it to him now.
okay, you drop the ice cream.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You drop it on the ground. He actually smashes it with his hands. Does this thing where he like looks at it and sees his hands are red, and then smashes it on the table, and he like knocks over like a coffee machine on the table. It, like falls to the ground and clatters. He's in just like sort of blind rage now.
Bull! I'm gonna like snap my fingers at him. Bull, don't you have a China shop to go to? Jesus, get out of here.
I'm gonna strike that one from my notes. Is anyone else interacting? How's the booth? I'm imagining someone's just like sucking on like a milkshake and just watching this happen.
Can I go? I have a thing.
Yeah,
So
anyone
Kyle,
can jump in.
okay, Kyle's gonna kind of get up out of the booth and go over to Bull's. Was it friend or friends?
You got 2 jock friends with him.
Two jock friends, and just kind of without drawing Bull's attention, go over to his 2 friends and say like, you guys, I mean, Bull's obviously not okay. You should go and like get help. Like something bad is happening here, and you should go find the police or something. He's obviously not well.
Yeah, I'm gonna say do a roll because I think they're still questioning if they should threaten you.
How does
Or if they don't.
negotiation?
I
could do negotiation or
you could do
charm?
negotiation or charm. Yeah, yes, either one of those. I think that's fine. I think you could also give a leadership role, like you're commanding them. Let's see, because there's coercion, deception. You're not doing any of those. Negotiation's fine, but I think actually you'd be giving a leadership.
Okay.
You're taking control of the situation.
Yeah. What's my difficulty?
A 1.
Oh.
They don't know what to do. Yeah. And they are followers.
Oh, goodness. I got
Oh my gosh.
2 advantages and a triumph.
Well, lucky for you, these are 2 fleet of foot athletes. You know, good idea. And they bolt out the door, and you know that help will probably be there soon. I'm just gonna move them to a different layer. Assuming that like you wanted them out of there, or did you really want them to get help? I assume you want them to
I
actually.
mean,
get
if they can get help, that would be great. But I was also hoping that they wouldn't just jump in and beat the piss out of my friend Cash.
They have left the scene, and you are still there with this raging bull. Carl at this point has turned his attention towards one of the like refrigerators and has upturned it with his massive muscles.
I would like to cast a spell.
All right.
I have to add 2 modifiers to it, which I believe makes it +2 difficulty to use the spell. So I've written down, it's my spell, Counter Shock. So it is a point
It's
blank.
convenient that there's a counter in front of you.
It is point blank lightning non-lethal attack.
Cool. So yeah, what are the 2 things you're adding to it?
Lightning and non-lethal.
Oh, cool. I thought lightning automatically made it non-lethal technically.
It
making that
automatically adds a stun.
Oh, a stun. I see.
I
see. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I had page 215 written down, but I don't have the book open.
Great. Page 215. 215. Yes, that is the magic attack additional effects, and you are choosing lightning. Yep. Great. And non-lethal. Cool. And just so people know, the way we're doing this is that all of the users can use magic, and they have like a free effect that they've gotten, and then you can always add sort of these non-elemental effects, such as non-lethal. But it increase the difficulty.
Is lightning free?
So it's not. I think we had determined that to imbue your attack, like you can say it's always flavored that way. If you want to get the ability, you still have to add the difficulty mode.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, you're still
That's what I
adding
thought.
2 purple. That's just what I wanted to say. So yeah,
Alright.
2 purple. And it's going to be 2 just let's see.
And then I roll primal, right? Because it's a primal spell.
It is it's a primal spell. The only thing I just want to check is, so when you're attacking someone, I think you're just what is the difficulty you're going against? I should know this.
For like melee or close range, it's always 2, isn't it?
I think it's 2. Yeah. I'm like, I wish something easily said that, but
I just pulled that out of the fucking depths. I have no idea.
It's not legit.
Combat check. Melee it is 2. You are correct. Generally it is 2. Short, you're in short range. Not engage with an enemy. Oh, actually, so for a short range attack, which is what this is, it's actually 1.
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting. Because magic, the magic attack, or wait, is the magic attack always 2? That actually might be a thing. Nope, it's not. So yeah, you are short range distance attacking, so that's 1, but you've added 2, so it's 3 purple.
Okay. 3 successes, 1 more threat.
Great. Okay.
Man, I've got
describe what you're just trying to
Blaze in the
stun.
Dark luck. Yeah.
You're rolling very well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stun him. So like, I'm imagining that like, I kind of grab like an ice cream scoop or something, and like pull power from maybe the broken coffee machine, and then just like hit it into his gut to try and like electrify him and stun him like a taser kind of.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Great. I'm just trying to determine what damage you do, because it is interesting that it doesn't have.
It's
I realize now.
Based
I'm like,
on how many successes you get, isn't it?
Yeah, but that doesn't. That feels.
Isn't it 3 damage?
Is that all?
Minus soak.
I mean,
it's
right.
successes minus soak, I think.
Beginning magic attack, short range, difficulty is easy.
While Michael's looking that up, I'm curious, Cash. What do you think that the ice cream scoop adds to that encounter?
Flavor.
Flavor.
I mean, I could do it with my fingers, but I don't really want to touch this guy. He probably is all sweaty.
So I found out this is why it's actually more. You do damage equal to the spell casting ability. So in your case, it'll be your primal.
Oh, nice.
Which I think was that 3?
It's 3.
You
Yeah.
have 3 primal, and you also get +1 damage for each uncanceled success. So you get 6 damage.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with this cashier.
Yeah, that's important though, because I just didn't want it to end up that you weren't getting what you should. Let me look at Carl.
I was hoping this would just be enough to knock him down, but
Kill this guy.
Six is a lot. He is not that hefty. So
I think I
Wait,
have.
how did you, Joe? How do you have 3 primal?
Huh? It's cunning. I have 3.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
you hit him, and he is shocked. And I think what was it that you do stun damage as well?
Yeah.
No, I see. You have the stun quality rating to the character. Oh, it's equal to the character's ranks in knowledge. That's kind of weird.
Well, I guess the idea is like
I
it's
have-
one thing to brutally hit something, and it's another thing to non-lethally know how to do something enough to not
That's true.
hurt them
I
that way.
have a rank in knowledge.
Yeah. You have a rank in knowledge.
I have
Okay.
1 rank in knowledge.
Great. What does the stun quality do? Sorry, this is we're doing combat. Stun active. A weapon with stun can deal strain to the target, which means you are going to do 1 strain damage as well, I guess.
Nice. Zappy zappy.
Oh, I
Could've
see.
cast it
No,
with a
actually, by
strain
making
then.
it stun, instead it actually hits the strain. The thing about is that strain for enemies, unless they are nemesis, I think, goes as damage. But we're still counting it as non-lethal. So that's cool. But I think that means you also get a +1 for your knowledge rank, I think. So that's cool. Oh, and it's not reduced by the target's. Oh, none of it's reduced by the target's soak. So actually, you do more damage then. That's cool. So you bypass soak.
You explode
cool.
this guy. He
No.
gets blown apart.
You explode
No.
him non-lethally.
Yeah.
Correct.
All of his parts. His arms fall off, but they're thumbs upping because they thought that was really cool. Awesome. So yeah, he is still standing, but he is like actually like teetering. You did some major damage with that by skipping his soak in particular. But so and I think for the threats are he actually falls back onto one of the displays. He crushes a bunch of pastries.
Oh my god.
Can I interrupt that actually?
Mhm.
Serena would like to cast a spell. Not getting up, not lifting a finger, still like leaning back in the booth, ice cream in hand. But I would like to cast one of my spells, which is barrier. And I'd like to put like kind of like a bubble around him before he falls, so he kind of like gently bounces rather than crushing more stuff in this shop.
Okay. I like it. What does barrier do?
That's a fine question, Michael. I have it brought up right here. Barrier magics let the spellcaster protect themselves from adverse conditions of all types, as well as allies. I figured we could stretch that to the environment.
Yeah,
When
allied
using a
with the
barrier
shop.
spell. In a narrative situation, first define what you want the barrier to do, and then use a base difficulty for the check, and see if it works.
Cool. I like it. I think technically what you'd be doing is creating a barrier to protect what he's about to fall on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you can't just, I think, make someone like a bubble boy inherently.
sure. I think that her intent is like,
yeah,
if he's going limp, I don't want him to like hit his neck on the counter.
He's not
and
limp.
snap it.
Yes, he's still up, I will say. He's just,
Okay.
it was falling back into this and crushing it. So if you want to protect the goods, I will let you roll, a barrier on it.
I'd love to.
God, can you imagine how fucked up it would be if I'm like, yeah, we're going to play this fun, like, 2000s game, and immediately, like, someone breaks their neck on a counter? Like, what
That's
kind of
metal.
game do you
How did
think I'm
that get-
running here?
Welcome to the fucking show.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, what would you like me to add for difficulty there?
Difficulty for a barrier, your short range, it's still gonna be easy, I think then.
Okay.
Or let's see. Does it actually say in barrier like what your protect you
It
against
says
that?
use the base difficulty for the check to find on page 216, which I'm not on because I'm reading it here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can change things if I want additional targets.
Right. The effect can be represented mechanic. Okay. Outside of structured encounters. Well, it talks about curses. It's not talking about barriers. So that's interesting. Structured. Oh, I see on 216. Okay, that is
Default
different.
difficulty is easy, 1 purple.
Great. Yeah, it's easy.
Cool. Then I will roll it. How'd we do?
Can't find character.
But I'm right here.
Please update the character or NPC name field to match the sheet. What?
I thought we
NPC
did that.
Character name. What? Can't? I've never seen this. Update character or NPC name field to match sheet. Name field? What is it? What is that even talking about?
Roll 20.
Roll20 has been a little weird. Yeah. So wait, it's not gonna let us.
Shakes fist at Cloud.
Did it work when I rolled? Yeah, it worked fine.
What the heck?
What did you do? What did you roll?
I pushed the 20-sided die on the spell under powers.
Oh. You roll the I just
Do I
rolled
roll
the skill.
Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
You should be able to roll it there. I can't find character. Please update character.
We probably just
Oh,
didn't set our spells up
I
right.
see. No, it's.
Yeah.
I think it's actually saying. I don't even think it's that. I think it's like you have to put your
There it
character
is.
sheet name in the character info sheet. I see. It's because your character info sheet you have Anthony in like the full bio name, and it doesn't match the character sheet. Like because you just have Serena and Saturn, which is really. I think that's what it is. It's very stupid.
That's very stupid. Anyway, I got a success and 2 advantages.
Oh, awesome.
And nothing bad.
So you do successfully protect the pastries. What are you feeling for advantages? What does an advantage look like when you're trying to defend stuff?
Well, obviously I'm going to give you one.
That is a good one.
For free, because you protected them.
Sick. I would also narratively, I think I would like him to remember that it was me who helped him. Maybe not how, but remember that it was me.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay.
this was previous session 1 ago. Interested in his friend Jason
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
with his sultry voice.
Excellent. Just making a note of that.
Thanks.
Greg, you want to help out the situation at all?
I feel like they kind of got it under control. I think
I'm good.
yeah, Trevor's just like eating his Dippin' Dots, watching this go on, and he says, "It kind of looks like you guys got it under control. Yeah, you just give me a shout if you need anything, okay?"
Trevor, you could have at least put something cool on the jukebox.
Oh, that's a good point. Is there a jukebox here?
There's 100% a juke.
I just established there was.
Okay. Yeah, then I think he's putting on some
Oh God, what's it gonna be?
yeah. Oh, he's gonna put on Green Day. Green Day's Dookie. The
Okay.
album. And just yeah, pick that and go.
Excellent. Okay.
Roll for Dookie.
No, I'll give you Dookie. You asked for Dookie.
Okay, great.
You get Dookie.
Okay, great, fantastic. How much strain do I have to take for
Well,
Dookie?
all of you take 1 strain for listening to Green Day.
What?
Michael, it's 2004.
Yeah.
I know.
Come on,
That's
everyone
how-
feels self-respecting
That's how we
teen.
lose strain.
Yeah.
We're teenagers.
I just think so. Carl has kind of shaken off the stun and looks mad, and he's going to actually let's see. I'm just gonna roll. There are 4 of you.
There are.
He's gonna force me into the fight.
Mhm.
Just try.
Well, that's very funny. Unfortunately, I had picked based on the order of left to right, and 4 is Kyle, and he sees Kyle, and he charges at you. He literally bull rushes you, and
I have to ask, Michael, do you pre-plan these puns?
Because
Because your
Uh,
pun to sentence ratio is running real close to a 1.0
so
tonight.
I will say the bull ones I realized right themselves. I did think very hard on horror movie themed flavors, and I was like banana duck. That's it. I'm done. Wrap it up.
I want 5 horror movie themed ice cream flavors. Go.
All right, what is this? What is this very large teen boy doing?
So again, we're kind of keeping this out of real combat, but he does have an attack, and I'm just gonna let's see.
Oh, I mean,
don't-
can I?
Well, how does it work? Because usually, yeah, they'd get a skill, and then he gets to attack you. I'll say, yeah, because I gave we're not in combat. I gave Cash the ability to like dodge out of the way. I will give you the opportunity to prepare for this attack in some way.
Yeah, what does Bull look like right now? What's happening?
Oh man, he is red in the face, frothing
Mhm.
at the mouth, eyes are dilated.
Look at his character
And
token. He's always pumping iron. He's
Yes.
constantly at the gym.
constantly pumping iron. I mean, he looks like it's like there's no one behind the driver's seat right now. It's very animalistic. And I think that's what you notice. And even so, I'll even say he starts charging forward on you like on all 4s.
Would this be a moment where we can have an in media res conversation with Gwyn?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Great.
Anytime you want to check in with your demon, that can be like a bullet time thing.
Sensational. I would love to hear Gwyn Upnood's
Yeah.
take on this on this little situation.
Oi, Kyle. You know what you gotta do, lad? You
Oh,
gotta fucking charge him right back. Get your head down to his level and just headbutt the fuck out of him.
Gwyn, I don't
like
want.
that. We can
Wait, I
we
don't-
can change.
I
we
don't
can
know.
pivot.
It's great.
You know that Welsh and Irish are different, right?
Yeah, but
Right, 'cause
Gwyn
I was
does
going for
not.
Scottish.
Gwyn does not.
Ah,
The label of Welsh was placed on Gwyn far after he was birthed into the
Not my
universe.
king.
Oh, Gwyn. Oh, but he's so big, Gwyn. He's so big. Look at his head.
You're big.
It's got
Look,
veins.
You're like 3 feet taller than me. And I'm
doesn't
not a horse.
Doesn't everybody's head have veins?
Oh, but they're bugging out. Person
I
who's
don't know
not
the
here
conversation.
right now.
Bugging out. Kyle, look at me. I have seen the blood of my enemies. You can do this. It's just one teenage boy. How many
I'm
of those
just
I've
one
killed?
teenage boy.
Kyle, if you don't do this, you'll have lost my respect forever.
The one thing that Kyle really responds to is shame.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and that's
That's
gonna
his
do it. It's a skink.
I'm sorry, you're bullying you into. You now have to headbutt this.
No, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. So I'm not gonna headbutt him, but like that conversation is happening
Mhm.
in bullet time,
Yeah.
and it's like Gwyn is like yelling and cajoling Kyle in his ear, and I think Kyle's like that, and then like just the immediate reaction of being charged, he's just gonna punch right
Okay.
at Bull's head and just kind of like
Amazing.
right hook him as he's passing.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my spell Augment
Mhm.
to augment my fist.
I love this.
Ooh.
But that's just gonna happen. Kyle's not necessarily gonna do that consciously. Yes.
So you are enhancing your fist with magic.
Oh yeah.
I love that. That's going to make the difficulty of your check average, which is going to be
Okay.
2 purples. And I think because you are punching, I'm going to have to make you roll. Well, this is interesting because you're doing magic.
Mm-hmm.
selects one target engages themselves, and then makes. Oh, so you should be making a primal skill check to augment yourself. And okay, I guess what I'm thinking is like, in combat, if we were in combat, you would have to do those 2 separate actions, right? You would do one thing that would augment you. That's going to give you until until the end of your next turn, you'd get an increase in ability or skill. I think what we're going to do is we can collapse these together. And so I'd like you to do a primal roll to augment your what you're doing is augmenting your brawl,
Sick.
I think.
Okay, so I'm a two difficulty
Two
primal.
purples. Yeah. And I'm going to give you a blue dice because you are you've been bullied into it by Gwyn. So you get a bonus die.
Sick.
Gwyn upload.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's 3 successes and 2
Mhm.
advantages.
Amazing.
Punch the heck out of this beefy boy.
I'm gonna say that means that you can because well, no, you didn't get a triumph. So I'm gonna say you can get, based on this, target increases the ability of any skill checks they may. Oh, it's any skill check you make by 1, which is a green die. And there are augment additional effects. Haste Primal Fury. Oh, is this also too? There's these additional effects, John. Maybe this is what you were thinking. Also thinking is that you can add damage equal to your ranks in knowledge. Why is it not always knowledge? What does that mean? Oh, maybe that's
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
right. That's fine because you still succeed no matter what. I just wanted to see what why is everything referencing knowledge? Is that an actual?
Knowledge is power, bro.
Because it's
That's
magic.
true. Sorry, John. I'm moving your sheet because I want to look at something really quick. So that's not magic skill. It's literally just knowledge, huh? Oh, and it's the actual knowledge in skill, which you have 1 rank in.
Yeah, I do.
Interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna say you get a green die to your brawl check, and you are going to get an additional damage to your brawl. That's I think
Sweet.
what it is.
Still 2 difficulty?
Punching, yeah, punching's 2. And again, I'm gonna give you a blue bonus die because you're amped up right now. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Holy shit! Okay.
Goodbye,
Wow.
Bull.
That's 6 successes and 2 threats.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You almost kill him.
Yeah. So let me look at the brawl.
I punched this motherfucker until last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like so successful that other people notice you've done something to augment. Like it doesn't
you
go
guys got
unnoticed.
everyone
that you-
out of here, basically. So
I
think
guess,
that
well, I
there's
guess
no one
except for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle is undefeated in this season.
the two threats are he remembers it was you.
The only thing I wanted to see is that if there's anything about brawl, because I mean, you have. I have to get better at figuring out how to how
I'm just
to-
glad I didn't pull out my baseball bat.
Yeah,
Because
I
then Bull would be
Wait.
dead.
You have a baseball bat too?
He's a
I'll
baseball
take
player.
a baseball bat.
That's true. I didn't think about
Also
that.
got a glove.
It's important to
Uh,
always keep a glove next to your baseball bat in your car.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, so
you
while
made it
you're
during this
thinking
fire.
that through, I think
No.
what this looks like is like Bull is charging at it, and Quinn has been like just straight up bullying Kyle to do violence, and he just like goes blank for a minute and like does that like a little jump up, and then the air around his fist kind of crackles as he throws his weight behind a right hook and comes down just like right on Bull's temple.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, because we're not actually in combat, I don't care about actual damage right now. Yeah, you just
Hell
knock
yeah,
him
brother, gripping with
face,
it, crack that
face
can.
into the tile. I am gonna need to understand what are the threats here. Actually, you know what? I do have, man.
I have a cool
I have one that
threat.
would be more of despair. So like, yeah, tell me a threat.
I think that like the window, like the glass in the windows of the ice cream parlor breaks.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Like there's a
yeah,
little like ripple.
Ooh.
the easy thing was, yeah, there would be something that would break. Yeah, I think that's what you see. It's one of those things like you punch and it's like this shock wave and it's like silent for a minute. You see a crack go up the window and then like a little glass on the shelf just, or actually, Serena is, you had your ice cream, right? It's a little
Yep.
glass bowl, shatters just in your hands, just pops, and you're like, oh, you're just holding a bunch of ice cream and glass shards.
Guys, I need this job. It's
I love
one
that
of my
throughout.
6 jobs.
Can I throw this out there as another potential threat for Kyle?
Uh-huh.
Aggravated assault charge.
A little early for that.
Never hold up in court. Yeah.
Sandra owns a stand your ground, Castle Doctrine State. I'm gonna be fucking fine.
Yeah.
I could kill this man with a sword. The law can't touch me.
I love that like all this glassware and like shelving and stuff gets destroyed, and because I'm eating Dipping Dots, which comes in like a like a cardboard thing, I'm still eating them, and I'm like, see, I told y'all it is the ice cream of the future, and it's just like while all of this is like resolving.
All I can think right now is like the Lucky Charms, like it's magically resistant.
Ooh.
Very good.
Dippin' Dots, they're magically
incredible.
resistant.
Carl has gone limp on the ground for a moment, but he's breathing, and I think actually after a minute he just shakes his head and he gets up and goes, "Oh, what happened? Did I get my ice cream?" And he like looks up at you, goes, "Oh, what's up, Kyle?"
Hey, Bull. Yeah, you got your ice cream. There was a little melty patch on the ground though, and you slipped and kind of hit your head on the window there.
Oh man, he looks around. Yo, Cash Bandicoot, this place looks like shit.
Yeah, it was you, Bull. Go back to your China shop. Jesus.
Hey, Cash.
Hey man, customer's always right, and he like walks out the door. But as you get there, he has basically as soon as he's left, actually you hear the two the two jocks slam the door. We couldn't find any cops, but we found someone who can help. And in steps the shop owner. It's, of course, Signor Luca Punelli, the pun master himself.
Oh no!
He steps in, he strokes his mustache, he goes, "Cash, what you do to my store?"
I didn't do anything, sir. It was that
It
big
looks like- and he
asshole.
looked- I feel like this joke has been made already, but it looks like a bull in the china shop here.
That's his name. It's Bull.
This is not a china shop. This is coming out of your pay,
His family
Cash.
does run a China shop.
That's good.
Oh boo!
He basically, I think what we're gonna fade to black is that he's saying it's gonna come out of your pay.
That's actually illegal. You can't garnish my wages.
Can I get a line in before we fade to black?
You can, yeah.
What did I want to say? I know that the all of this happened, but Cash Bandicoot is very funny.
That one was pre-written. I was thinking about what's an early 2000s reference that I can also use to mock someone named Cash.
Cash, yeah.
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 Yep. That's where we landed.
5 out of 7. Love it.
Thank you. And yeah, probably yes, you're right. It is illegal. I'm sure that while after you're done cleaning up the store, you're gonna have so much time to search the web for legal advice.
True.
In 2004. It'll all be fine. I mean, he's got insurance.
Is there security cameras in here?
That's a great question. I would let you spend a light point, a story point, if you want there to be cameras. But just know that you're gonna realize you're also gonna capture Kyle punching the shit out of him.
No, but see, I'll just edit the footage.
Oh my god!
Yeah, if you want to spend one of your
cameras.
if you want to spend one of your story points, yeah, you can say there is one in here.
Yeah.
You should be able to do that in your sheet. All right. 2 to 2 gives me 1. There are, we should say, in Genesys, there are story points that either the GM or the players can use. They kind of go back and forth between them. And Joe has just invoked one to kind of make something in the fiction true. That's convenient for him. So there are cameras, and yeah, you definitely know that how to cut this footage in a way that makes it'll be a convenient like fade to fuzz right at the punch moment and just look like
Yeah.
he slipped.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll
Mr.
do
Finelli
that.
does not care about that right now. He does need his shop cleaned up.
Well, yeah, I figure it's like a VHS tape that I'm just gonna like pocket and then like bring back tomorrow morning.
Totally.
I hope that you have a couple of minutes of cleaning in-game cleaning sim set up for him.
Yep. Roll
to
to
work
clean.
through. Yeah,
Yeah. How
really,
about
really detailed.
piloting? Can I roll my piloting skill?
To clean.
Yeah.
Are you writing? Is this like one of those writing?
Zamboni.
Or like the no, because a lot of high schools they actually I've seen them. They had those like the floor polishers that you could write on.
Oh yeah.
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 It's a Zamboni, but it's a tiny one for an ice cream store.
Yeah. It's a mini Zamboni.
Quinn sees
yeah.
it. He goes, "I could fit on that."
Hey, are you guys gonna help, or are you just gonna sit there in the booth and listen
And we
to
fade to
listen
black.
Dookie?
No, no.
Can we at least listen to something that isn't Dookie?
Like put all his quarters in. I don't know.
I paid for the music. I get to listen. And then it, like,
Oh boy. Okay, that's perfect. Let's take a maybe. Do we want to take a small break? I don't know if we want to cut to intermission, or do we want to keep playing?
I
I could get a new drink.
Bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we cut for
30
a
seconds, 1 minute. Yeah.
Mike's
Couple
will be hot during intermission.
All
Just so
right.
you guys know.
Perfect. I'm not going to start the poker game again.
Alternatively,
Quick round of poker.
Yeah, a little poker game. Figure out how to get it set up. I brought all my drinks here, so
I did too.
I'm good to go.
I just drank one very tall beer.
What are you drinking?
Schifferhofer has a watermelon mint ale for
Ooh.
the summer. Yeah, it's very nice.
Michael, did you leave a watermelon beer at my place when
I
you
did.
came over?
I did. That was
All still waiting for you, buddy.
excellent. They're very good, John. I'll drink it. I'll drink it on Sunday when I see it.
Yeah, I
Or
thought
Tuesday.
about putting them in the fridge for tonight, but I thought instead I would just have half a liter of cocktails.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what better way to prep for an RPG game?
I mean, it is. It's the best
Yeah.
way. I didn't make my margarita tonight. Usually I have a margarita. It's
I mean, that's better than when you just had a handle of Kirkland or whatever it was.
That was actually water.
Okay, that's what they all say.
Oh wait, no, I did used to have. Yeah, that was whiskey, Kirkland whiskey. Yeah, I didn't
Mike,
drink
can you,
that much.
can you remind me? Do we each start with story points, or is it just like a we use one, you get one economy?
As I understand it, I may have to refresh on this, but it's at the beginning of a session. You are all like each awarded one, and I'm awarded one. And then throughout the session, you can cash. It'll go back and forth as we cash them in, but then it resets for the next session. Did you just use them?
I clicked it, but it's my sheet says 0-0.
Mine says 0-0.
You have
as
to hit.
well.
So sorry, I should have told you. You can hit first. Click the force sync pool with the GM. Now I'm gonna have to
Sorry.
Oh hey,
give you one back.
Hey,
Yeah, it's a really weird little system, and
why
I will
wouldn't it automatically do that?
because it's not very smart.
But Michael, the API, the premium, the API.
I will
the
say,
premium.
it is impressive. I will use a GM story point to push this back, and then I'm gonna
Thank you.
force player update.
I didn't want this. He forced me.
yeah.
It unfortunately had to.
My
It's
player
for
has
everyone
been updated.
Yes, all your pools should be correct now.
Belong to us.
All your pools are belong to us. Yeah.
Mm.
You are on the way to destruction. You have no chance to survive. Make your time.
All right, are we all back? Are we ready to get back into this?
Yeah.
All right, let's go live. Even though we've been live the whole time.
You've been live the
Just
whole
with an
time. Did not turn it off.
That's fine. because we will cut back. I'm going to go back to the map. You've all exited, and it is a brand new day in San Juan. And it's the next morning. We're cutting to Gold Point Academy. Students are slowly, maybe reluctantly, making their way towards school. We said this in the Lost starting episode, but I need to know, how do each of you get to school?
So uh Trevor's dad drops him off like 2 hours earlier than school starts every day, but he doesn't want to be the kid that's there early, so he purposefully hangs out at like the local gas station, like 7-Eleven or whatever, until the bell basically rings and then walks in as he's like barely making it to class every single day. So it's kind of like the first hour to 2 hours of the day, he's like hanging out in the parking lot of the local gas station and then timing it so it seems like he just doesn't care about being on time for class.
Quick question. Do we want to make up the 7-Eleven equivalent of San Juan right now?
Absolutely, we do.
It's easy to say the 666, but I don't want it to be that. So why don't we make it the
812.
What's that in reference to?
It does sound like a scripture
It's
reading. almost, which
7-Eleven
is
plus
funny.
1.
Yeah, it's just one more than 7-Eleven on both axes.
Yeah, 812.
Oh. All right. I mean,
It's
I'll
not
fuck with that.
clever.
No, I mean,
The thing though is that because we have this weird demonic thing, like there's probably some.
Wait, what if
Bible
it's
passage.
instead of 7-Eleven, it's 25.8, which is the root of 666.
25.8.
25.8?
They're
Yeah, I
open.
like it.
They're open 25.8 hours a day.
It's
Great service.
Actually-
colloquially known as the 258.
Yeah, the 258.
the 258's good. I like the idea that they don't know why it was named that. It's like so lost to time that
Yeah.
they're just like, that's just what it is, man. We don't
Like,
know.
why is
That's-
7-Eleven called 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
If anybody knows the answer, don't fucking say it. I'm
But this is what
not
I was-
interested.
One of those conspiracy theories that Crash, I'm sure we'll see on the interwebs.
Oh yeah,
late at night.
absolutely.
Okay, either that or we could like make another chain parody, like Come and Ghost instead of Come and Go.
No.
Come and go.
No, you can't say that.
Yeah, I
John-
can
John,
actually.
When you said
it's-
your thing, my first thought was we're open 7 days a week, 11 months of the year. We are not here in January. I hope you don't need gas.
We are not here in January. Fuck you.
We took the summer off. We are vacationing in Europe.
let's
Thank you.
let's do 25.8. I
Yeah,
think that's
the
probably
258.
that's probably
25.8 is good. Okay.
I guess I gotta get a job at the 258 now. Because I don't work in the ice cream shop.
No,
anymore.
you were not fired. You used your story point. You protected your job and your wages, so you're safe for another day.
I have my, the way
we did. I just had a question because I said this last time, but I have to ask. When Trevor's dad drops him off, does he say "I love you"?
Of course not.
Just had to check.
He says
Fucking
he
brutal.
says
Don't
do it right first time.
Don't disappoint me, son.
Measure twice, cut once. It's just like a dadism.
There's always dad colloquialism like every morning. There's just like something, and they'll like devolve. Like sometimes they'll be like, oh that kind of makes sense, and then there'll be some that are like, never use a dumbbell if you can use a grasshopper. And you're like, I don't know what that means, Dad. that doesn't make any sense.
just looks out at the street. We really needed this.
Yeah, it's I said this the first time, but like our car ride is like not that, it's like 15 minutes, it's not that far, but every time it's like he's listening to like NPR on like kind of an uncomfortably like quiet volume in the car, and I just like look out the window in silence the entire time, and I'm just like, okay, like this is
it's quiet enough that like he's giving you room to make conversation.
exactly. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
As you
So
get out of the
good.
car, he rolls down the window and he goes, "Son, remember the Alamo." Closes the window and drives away.
I'm sorry, is this a direct transcript of every conversation in a car I've ever had with my father?
I think
Sorry.
cut to like I'm behind the 25.8 with like a piece of cardboard and like spray paint, and I'm like putting it like "fuck the Alamo." I'm like, I'm like trying to like tag it on a piece of cardboard or something.
Love it. Perfect. Serena, how do you get to school? You said you're ready.
Yeah, I really liked mine from the last time, and it was so my twin sister, and I share a car,
Mhm.
and on days like today, when it is her day with the car, I have her drop me off like a couple of blocks away from school, and then I skateboard the rest of the way, and you know, kick my board up, put it into my backpack as I enter the school.
Is Serena
It-
on time? I don't remember if we established that.
Yeah, she's on time.
Okay.
I just love this because I think we established the last time it works for both of you because neither of you wants to be seen with your sister. So it's like
100%.
it's like an agreement. Like, all right, see you at school. Yeah.
As like yeah, it's one of those things where yes, you pull away and go, Serena's like, or Sarah is your sister, right? Sarah Saturn.
Yep.
Yes, Sarah goes, "Oh, can you just get out of the car? Get out of the car. Just go."
I am getting out of the car. I don't want to be seen with you.
I don't want to be seen with you either. Okay, so like, Sarah
but-
notably
but-
has adopted fully trying to like Americanize her accent.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh, yeah.
attempting any sort of.
But you have to unlock the door for me to get out.
Oh my god, do I have to do everything for you? She like hits the child lock button. Go.
With the settings on this car, yes, you do. Okay, I'm leaving.
Oh my
I am
God.
going.
Just because it's an American car doesn't mean it's different. And that's a little fun time. But otherwise, yeah. So on days, I guess my question is, where do you drop Sarah off on your days with the car?
he also
think
it's
we
the
do the-
same spot. They just
not
switch
the same
drivers.
spot.
You
I
still
have
have
to-
to walk.
I have to drop her off also also away from the school, but like not as far because she doesn't have a skateboard. So it's like a little bit more work on my part to like determine the distance appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Cash. How do you
Yeah.
get to school?
So Cash is always late because he was up late. He has a hobby of hacking into the like local like public access television and just like putting his hacker logo on the screen. So he was doing that all night long as they kept taking it away, and then he would put it back and take it away, put it back. And also he was researching if his wages could be garnished to fix the destroyed store. So he kind of wakes up like to the bell ringing. But he also has a dormitory apartment, like really close to the school. So he runs downstairs. He straps on his rollerblades. And he rollerblades not only into school but almost to his classroom before he takes them off.
I love that. So we have skateboarding, we have rollerblading. We just need someone to have a Razor scooter, and we have the trifecta, right?
Bring it home. Bring it
Wow.
home, John.
No pressure.
What part of town is the school in?
So it's all in Luxor. You can see on the map. It's kind of
Has a boat.
this north area.
Yeah.
It is. It's kind of like a Soho style, but it's So you're in like kind of this very like wealthy prep school.
Yeah, I think my family lives in this area. Like we at least keep an apartment for me during the school
Mhm.
year in this area.
You have like a loft. Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course.
So I think I have a scooter, and I just scoot to school every morning.
Like a
Razor
literal
scooter?
Razor scooter.
Yeah, fuck it.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
2004 is too early for like electric.
Electric.
scooters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
They had those in like the 70s.
I think
No, like the
ones
like the
we
electric
have.
razor scooters.
Oh,
that
not
are
like a
around
Vespa.
everywhere now.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, got it.
Although
It would also be really fun if you had like a 2-person Vespa, because then whoever didn't get in the car with Serena would have to ride and bitch on your Vespa.
Well, I mean, as it stands, they have to ride on the back of his racer scooter, which is also very fun.
Our chat is saying that there were tons of gas-powered scooters at the time.
Ah, 2004. What a time. Man. Yes, up to you. I think the Razor scooter is great. I love that.
Yeah, and
just tiny little lock. Yeah.
I think Kyle kind of knows Cash a little bit.
Yeah.
Like knows how he operates. So Kyle times it so he gets to school, like gets to the actual campus just before the bell goes off, like just as Cash is rollerblading in, and kind of stops him. Is like, "Hey, I kind of feel bad about the windows. Are you gonna have to pay for that?"
No, don't worry. What's my manager's name?
Mr. Pinelli.
Mr. Pinelli.
Mr. Luca Pinelli.
Mr. Pinelli, he received a couple emails from the labor board.
Why are
night.
you winking like that?
Don't worry about it. Cash knows not to bother explaining that he sent the emails. explaining how that was illegal to garnish wages. But,
Gwyn speaks into your ears like,
Tell him he can pay with the blood of his enemies. Tell him.
Wait, I'm not gonna tell him to murder his boss.
That's why you're weak.
I love the idea that every time that little like bullying happens, it's like and Gwen appears hovering by my ear, and then he disappears.
I kind of imagine sometimes it's like in like a movie, so it's like someone, it's like you couldn't see anything behind you and they just like lean out from behind you like they were there the whole time, but because he's very small, it's like him and his horse just putting its like hooves up on your shoulder.
This is also very good. Okay, well, all right. I mean, as long as you're not gonna have to pay for that, 'cause that wasn't your fault.
No, I appreciate it, but
yeah.
Oh, hey, by the way, I was talking to the music teacher, and she said she had an electric bass that you could borrow if you want to play in our band.
Oh, I absolutely don't. Thank you, though.
Well, but she might even give you lessons.
No.
I just, you just really need a bass. Like I'm on keyboard and Trevor plays the guitar, Trevor plays the drums. So like, we kind of need a bassist. I think you could, it's not that hard.
Bell rings.
I have to go. Class.
You already play baseball.
Yeah, we joked before. You play baseball, so you're 150% of the way to playing bass already.
150% of the way
there. You all head to your homeroom classes. I'm gonna establish there's homerooms. Whatever.
Yeah.
But almost as soon as you guys get there, there's a little like ping pong. Can Trevor, Faust, Cassius, Spencer, Serena Saturn, and Kyle Tanner all report to the counseling office? Miss Engel would like to see you all.
I love what in like unashamed New Yorker Michael is, that his default notification noise is the subway bing bong.
You're right. Now you say that.
Except what he should have said is ping pong.
Immediately.
New York jokes.
Yep, Joe, you're right.
I have been there.
I think Trevor.
Standing invite, buddy. Standing invite. Whenever you want to come out.
Yeah, let's see.
Trevor was like,
let's see if I can find a job.
Trevor was just like not even at his first period class yet. Like he was still in the hall. So he just like, you just see like an empty hallway and then just spin on his heel in the same step. Like he's about to step forward, spins instead, and just heads straight back down towards the counselor's office.
Conversely, Serena was
what a
like
drag.
already sitting down, already had her backpack like on the back of her chair. Sighs, rolls her eyes, picks it all back up.
There's a course of ooh in your class.
Notably, yeah, I think, do you share a homeroom with your sister?
Obviously.
She's so clearly covers her face. She's like turning red. She's just like, oh god, so embarrassing.
Are the
Um,
are the
so-
homerooms done alphabetically? So like, do I share a homeroom with the Saturn sisters?
Probably.
yeah,
But
we'll
you
say
didn't.
that.
You didn't make it. You didn't make it into homeroom.
That's true,
Right.
but I was like outside the door.
Yeah. As Sarah like puts her hand over her eyes, and like the rest of the class is oohing, I'll ham it up and be like pointing to me, pointing to her, like,
Oh my god, you're
And
such a
just-
jerk.
I think
Roll my
Cash
eyes
was
and leave.
almost to class, so he's gonna wait outside for Serena.
I love that
Yep.
by alphabetization, you guys are all in the same homeroom except for me. Just like
Well,
Oh, I didn't
just-
think about
yeah.
T. T would also
no,
be
no,
there.
You're also
that's all
part of the
good.
honor.
I actually think that's kind of funny. Like we were meant to, and I just got placed into like a different class or something.
What's Trevor's last name?
Faust.
Faust.
Oh, yeah, F is pretty far.
yeah,
Mhm.
It's all good.
be a bit of a stretch.
So we're gonna cut to the office. I'll say to preface it, you'll actually have a really good relationship with Miss Engel. She's your guidance counselor. You open the door to Miss Muriel Engel's office. Her name's engraved on the door, of course. She's one of the 3 counselors of the school, but you all know her best because, after all, she is your guidance counselor. You step into her office, and she looks up at you, and she smiles brightly. And I'm going to share a picture of her with you.
Please do.
I don't know how it's going to show up on stream.
Oh,
what?
nice.
She's cool.
She is cool.
Oh, I'm gonna hate when she inevitably turns out to be a harpy or something. That's gonna be awful.
With a name like Muriel, I was expecting Courage the Cowardly Dog Muriel.
Nah, she's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. You step into her office. She looks up and she smiles brightly. She goes, I heard you all made quite an impression on the class warfare day. Though I heard someone might have had a little extra help during tug of war. And she eyes Trevor.
Well, I mean, you know, I usually depend on my own intelligence, but actually, Cash kind of came through. He's been watching these weird Korean shows and not telling anybody about them, and yeah, I don't know. He pulled some strategy from there, but you know, Mrs. E, like we were playing fair and square. I mean, it's not fair to have the muscle heads on one team and the non-muscle heads on another.
She goes, I was talking about Heidi, Trevor. And then suddenly, as she says that, you actually hear this little, oh, Mrs. Engel, I see you're starting the college guidance a little bit early this year. Or is this a remedial intervention? And you all turn to see Principal Chris Shepard Proctor, who's poked her head in through the door. She's very short, so her head's actually barely above the door handle itself. And Muriel, Miss Engel puts her hand up and goes, oh, Principal Shepard, I'm just doing some goal setting with some of my students just to get off on the right foot. These 4 are just my first batch. And she smiles warmly at the principal, who nods approvingly and goes, that's the spirit. Good luck. Good to see you all taking college so seriously. And she closes the door behind her.
Cash,
Mrs. Engel
Cash
sighs
has
and rubs her eyes.
0 plans to go to college.
But he will falsify records saying that he
Exactly.
did graduate from college. Yeah, I
She
think
smiles back at you. Yeah, Trevor, I don't think sicking a demon on your classmates to win a game of tug of war is really sporting, do you?
Yeah, but I mean, what is sport anyways, right? If it's
sporting.
I like to think about it like this, Miss E. You know, they were born bigger and stronger than us, and they were using that advantage. We were given demon powers from an incident. You know, what's wrong with using that as an
It's it
advantage?
we're all familiar with. That will be determined at a later date and time. It's natural, of course, that she knows about your powers because she's your guiding light, and she's an angelic envoy that's been tasked to help you succeed against the forces of evil. And the best way to do it was to, of course, become a guidance counselor at your school.
I love it.
And
Sorry.
yeah, so she's been working with you over the past year as you've gotten your powers and helped
Yeah.
fight forces of evil.
Yeah, so I think responding to that, Trevor says, come on, Mrs. E, don't be such a rag on us. Like nobody found out. It's fine. Like, no, I promise you, Heidi did not make herself known. Did you, Heidi?
I mean,
Who's to say?
That's-
Exactly.
That's not what I was looking for, Heidi, but I like the humor. It's great.
If Heidi's one thing, as like I say to you, gonna be a little tricksy all the
Yeah,
time.
totally. Well, this is again, I think Trevor, of all his faults, Trevor is just so in his kind of teenage mind of being right about stuff that he really doesn't have much perspective. So a lot of his it's totally innocent. It's just he's self-centered. Like that's what he is at 16 or whatever, 15, 16.
Uh, yes, I 100% agree. So Missy, she says, so I wanted to check in. I felt some strange disturbances. I'm not sure what's going on. Have you noticed anything strange about town? Anything that seems maybe a
Oh,
little out of the ordinary?
oh, yeah, I can tell you what's strange about town. Kyle just decimated a jock earlier. Like just really punched him good.
Kyle,
There-
getting in
there was-
fights? She's
was
gone
a
back
weird-
into like her guidance counselor mode at this point. This is gonna look really bad if you know that this is important for your college experience. Can't be getting in fights, Kyle.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. My name's been down for Yale, just pretty much since I could walk. But I know, punching, doing big punches is not a great look. But in
Classmates.
in
Demon's
my
fine.
okay, well, he was a little demony. Guys, back me up. He
He
was
was
a little
he
demony.
was a little demony.
There was a very weird moment where he was first asking for ice cream, and then he became strange.
demony.
Enraged.
Demon.
Demony.
Demony.
Mhm.
In a
Kind of.
word, demony.
Again, if he was not demony, I shouldn't say this. I punched him so hard. If he was not demony, he wouldn't have teeth anymore.
Mm.
Or a pulse.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly more important than teeth. That's strange.
You know, it depends on how much how good you want to look at your funeral.
Did-
Potato, tomato.
This kind of tracks. I've noticed that some of the students have been acting strangely, almost feral. And I know it's right after summer break, so most teenagers are a little feral, but like more so.
I'll elbow Kyle at that one.
Like there's been biting. People have gone to detention for biting. Who does that in high school?
Trevor's got his like snake bites and he's like, ah, sick.
Um, as you guys are laughing, I just because I want to introduce the character, you hear a little squeak from a bookshelf, and out tumbles a very small creature that looks like it's almost entirely made out of soot.
Oh.
She goes, "Oh, Imp, get out of there!" And I'm going to show you Imp. He's, of course, this little demonic friend.
Oh, what a
Extremely
friend.
cute.
Oh
What a
boy.
friend. Very cute little good
he's
boy.
he's like a dirty little calcifer.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Imp is you don't actually know if Imp colleague or pet. Not sure. Not entirely sure. But
Could be both.
I think that was Miss Angle.
I was really hoping it was the rat.
It's not. We'll get to
I know, he
Roscoe the rat at some point. So Miss Angle gets serious. I think something might be affecting the students. I haven't seen anything like this. I think we're going to have to perform the ritual tonight. To learn of the rite of malefixonomy, which of course you all know is the demon identifying ritual that you can all perform. Are you all going to be able to come meet me at midnight at the track and field? She actually looks out the window at this point. She goes, "It's only a waxing crescent moon now, but I think we should have enough light to perform the ritual."
But Miss Angle, what about our curfew?
She looks at you and she goes, "Serena, have you ever abided by your curfew, even when we weren't working?"
No, but I just want to hear as the guidance counselor what what are we
Well,
supposed to do?
The guidance counselor to me says you'd definitely be home before your curfew. And as your guiding light,
I would love nothing more than for there to be a San Juan tomorrow. So why don't we meet tonight at midnight?
Could I don't know. Could you maybe whip up some slips for us saying that the astrology class is having like a night sky viewing tonight that we're required to attend, or do we have to do this the hard way?
As we've said before, I think we don't want to draw too much attention that I, as your guidance counselor, am running around with you in the middle of the night. I think that has a bad look to it. Not exactly sure how that will read.
Yeah,
You
how
might
is
have
that
to.
going to help with college?
You might have to write a ukulele song about it.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
There it is.
Oh, boy.
It's a couple of years too early for that.
Just to date this podcast.
Yes,
Or I guess it's a stream now.
that's true. Just look, you're all very bright, and this isn't your first rodeo. I'm sure you'll figure it out. It's good to see you apply yourself sometimes, Trevor.
Okay. All right. I'll deal with my dad somehow.
Excellent. Because now I want to know, how do you all sneak out at night?
I have no parents, therefore no curfew. Pretty easy. No parents here. Cash has parents.
Well, but that's the thing. So it is a dorm. That means there are going to be like RAs and stuff. And if there is a curfew, you have to get past the RAs.
That's true.
Solid snake style.
Yeah.
Cardboard box.
Or box. Army crawl. Trank darts.
Just
Yeah.
he kills all the power to the entire building and then leaves.
You're gonna say he kills all of the RAs,
No,
and
no,
so they can't see them. Like all stealth games. Kill all the guards.
Just murder everyone.
Um,
He opens the console commands, increases his stealth score to 100.
I think Trevor usually has an okay time because although his parents are really strict and if they caught him he'd have problems, they're also like really strict with themselves. So they go to bed like super early. Like they're in bed by like lights out in their room by like 9 latest. And so like I think that he usually, as long as he doesn't make too much of a noise, can kind of like, either go out the window or out the front door because they're usually asleep. But I think like, yeah, I'm trying to think like the kind of house they'd have in the neighborhood. He's
Do you have
like,
any siblings too, or pets?
I don't think they have any pets because I think his parents are pretty like clean house, like don't. But I was wondering about. I think maybe it would be fun for Trevor to have like a, like. Oh no, he does. He has an older brother. We talked about this. He has an
right.
older brother who went to Silverstream, so he's
Right.
but his older brother no longer is in the house.
Got it.
Unless he drops by unexpectedly? Question mark? Question mark? But yeah, he's not at home. He's off at in the military, right? Like
Off at
he's
war.
when will my
Unfortunately, it's 2004, so that's too
what-
real anyway.
when will my brother return from war? But no, yeah, I think he's got an older brother. Yeah, but yeah, no, I think Trevor has kind of classic like their 2-story home, and his like room overlooks the front of the house, but there's kind of like that like half porch awning thing over the front door, and so he can get out of his room pretty easily. The caveat though is that it faces the street and it's a well-lit street, so like other people can also see him getting out of the house pretty easily. So it's easy access but hard to hide. So I think that's his like. I think the hard thing for him is that other people might tell his parents, like if they see him coming in and out of the house. Yeah. So I guess, do you want to do it narratively? Because we can, or do you want to just kind of like hand wave?
I think that for the interest of time, because I do want to get to another scene. Like I just want to kind of know what it looks like. And
Yeah,
kind of
yeah. I
look
think
home life.
yeah. Come like there's like a little trellis or something that leads up the side of the house that goes to this little like top porch awning thing. So he just kind of like drops down. It's only 1 story, so it's not far, and then climbs up at night. Yeah.
Excellent. Kyle or Serena?
Serena's family is European, and they don't really care.
I don't care.
I think that the main tension of her getting out and making it to the track field is that she has to like sneak the keys out of the bowl without her sister noticing.
Mm. Mm.
They're way more worried about you bringing people home late at night than.
Yeah.
Just for the interest of narrative, I said I wasn't gonna make you do rolls, but just to see how this goes, I'd like you to roll me, basically a stealth check.
Sure.
Which is stealth to get these keys, to see if your sister notices.
Yeah.
I think that also falls under skullduggery. Isn't that what we determined? It's like
Skullduggery is like doing criminal stuff.
Skill though.
Yeah, skullduggery I think is like thieves' skill stuff.
Well,
Stealth is actually like sneaking something.
I was thinking it's kind of like picking a pocket, but.
But to be
Not
fair,
really.
like in our world, under the roofs of our parents, this is the crime that we are committing.
True.
Right?
That is true. So Anthony, I'll let you roll either skullduggery or stealth.
Let me take a peek. Oh, they're the same. That's cool.
Skullduggery.
But skullduggery is more fun to say.
I do love it. It's my favorite skill that I didn't take.
It's fine. What's the difficulty?
It's gonna be 2, average difficulty.
Okay. What the heck? I'll roll skullduggery. That is 3 successes and a threat.
So I think you'd get away with it perfectly, but I also think your sister wanted to take the car somewhere in the evening. So you got the keys maybe a little earlier and got out.
Yeah.
Excellent. So not caught. Great. How does Kyle? How do you? Well, yeah. Actually, that's a question. If you're staying at this loft, do you have parental supervision?
You are muted.
John is quiet. Quiet boy.
Not anymore,
Zoom
bitch.
at work.
No, I do think my parents, when they're in town, they live here with me, but they are away a lot. But there is a doorman for the building who kind of.
What's the
Wow.
doorman's name?
Yeah.
Charles.
Obviously.
Mhm,
It's Charles. It's a doorman name. So I think sneaking out is not something that Kyle really does. He is a good boy.
Mhm.
He's not a troublemaker. He kind of just goes along. So
So,
rather,
unfortunately, the role of this in this game is going to require a lot of sneaking out.
yeah. So I think this is new territory for Kyle, and rather than chancing it of trying to sneak past Charles, he thinks that it's a better idea to take the elevator down to the 2nd floor and then climb down the fire escape for the building.
Wow. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the fire escape to the back alley, right?
No, right by the front door.
right on top of Charles.
Yeah, big
Just
bay
falls on him.
windows.
I like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Beautiful. Okay, so you've all made it out, and you've made your way to the track field. I'm gonna do a little scene change. Muriel is there with Imp. Sorry, this is a very big map. Is the lighting working okay?
Yes.
Very large.
Yes. Cool.
You'll notice.
Oh, they're on.
Well, the people who are joining us won't know this because this didn't get saved. But this is the same track and field that you were on last time we played.
Nothing like
Now
reusing
our-
assets.
The site of our tug of war victory.
Oh, great. Was that a Squid Games reference or a Physical 100 reference that you made earlier?
It was definitely
Squid
Squid Games.
Okay, Physical 100. Highly recommend.
I don't know
Might
what
have
that is.
I
It's
haven't
fucking-
even heard of it.
Fucking great.
It's like a. Is it the Korean weightlifting one?
It's pitting Korean athletes against each other in tests of skill and strength.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I've heard it's really good.
So good. They pull a boat.
Whoa. That sounds fun.
There's other things
you've
for
all-
pulling boats.
I don't know what that means.
That's what sails are. For.
Okay.
and other smaller boats.
Yes, I see. So you've all gathered on this field, and Muriel is there with Imp. She pulls out a duffel bag and starts pulling out instruments. She goes, "Well, you know what to do after this much time, don't you? I mean, we've identified enough demons in this past year. And now I'd like you to describe what does the demon identification ritual look like?"
Ooh.
What kind of instruments is she handing out that will shape the ritual?
You can tell me.
Guitar, kazoo.
Yeah.
An accordion and a bagpipe.
Morgenstern.
A little organ grinder.
Kyle gets the slide whistle because the only thing he can play.
Where can I plug in my theremin?
Kazoo was an option.
No, I think there's an element of this which is like, so it always starts. So I like the idea that like we have this guardian who is kind of in many ways the one that is obviously a protector, but also kind of an enabler, right? Like to allow us to access these things. But we can only identify other demons through demons. So like maybe the idea being like a guardian wouldn't be able to do that on their own, like to like locate or like to find that. You need demonic energy or like demonic power to do that. So like the circle, there's maybe like an enclave or a circle that the guardian sets up, but then it actually depends on us communing somehow with our demons to like find whatever that is in the world.
I like that a lot. Just writing that down to reference. All right. Well, so I think she looks around at you and is like, so who's going to volunteer this time?
I had to do it last time, so
We have not met Oziltar yet.
True.
So Serena will begrudgingly shrug her shoulders and raise her hand to volunteer for the commune.
Thank you, Serena. I appreciate it so much.
It
Really
was
looking
nothing.
forward to seeing Oziltar again, she says with kind of like a grimace.
Uh-huh.
the grimace
You
shake.
summon him up? Yeah.
Oh no.
It goes
Actually,
black. We're all
you could only summon Oziltar if you down a grimace shake and pass out into
the
a
ritual
coma.
circle is just a purple smear.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do a Harlem Shake thing.
That would have been the worst kind of reference.
Yeah,
So
that's
good.
the worst timeline. That's what they would have done.
Okay.
Yes,
What do
we'll
we?
write-
I was gonna say what? Maybe describe what you imagine him to look like.
Yes. I think that Oziltar Oziltar kind of has the same sort of silhouette of famed Samurai Jack villain Aku, where he's just like incredibly
Nice.
tall, incredibly slender, and incredibly imposing. Except he's got sort of like almost an Easter Island statue head, where it's like very sculpted, stony features that obviously hold untold volumes of knowledge.
It's big brain time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Serena, why have you summoned me?
I was imagining his voice to be like extraordinarily deep and a lot less Watto.
Well, that wasn't very Watto. First off. It was more.
That was not giving Watto at all.
That was a little more. I would say, if I had to put it, a little more Voldemort from the Harry Potter films.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Which
I
made
get
more sense
Voldemort
with
and
Aku.
Watto mixed up
And
often.
I also have to remember the person doing the voices. I am probably not the one to deliver a deep voiced character, so I'm gonna stick. I mean, unless if you wanna, we can workshop it a little bit.
Nah, keep doing what
you
you're
want more?
doing.
Okay, we can always revisit.
This is called collaboration.
What knowledges do you seek, Serena?
Hello. I'm looking for I don't know, some sort of demonic site or
You seek to identify a demon. Well, you have come, of course, to the right demon himself. For I am none other than Azultar, the scribe of the Cabal. I have written tomes
Cash
for
is like
devils and kings.
Cash is like behind him, like so that like the Ozeltov can't see him, and he's just like mimicking him in every like.
I have
silently.
read
He's
scrolls that have turned to dust with time and
Yeah.
ages.
He's got like he's got his.
Wait, is he doing it again?
He's-
Is the little one mocking me?
He's like looks around. No, I've not done anything.
What's great about Serena's relationship with Oziltar is that they've been working together for over a year, and he introduces himself every time.
Every chance he gets.
Azultar.
Every chance. It's always a
Cannot-
different thing,
you
too.
cannot count on him in a pinch.
Yeah.
At least 15 minutes.
Always going to
He
be a
has, he, has,
diatribe.
he has to climb up over his mountain of an intelligence score.
So I think it's, I require an item from the cursed one. And I think we can retcon. What's an item? Maybe something from Bull. This could be a tooth, hair, blood on your knuckles, something like that.
His can I posit his
Mhm.
wallet chain?
You know what? Yeah, that definitely got caught on the coffee machine. So it can be his wallet
yeah.
chain.
Hold on. No.
Mhm.
I think Cash. I'm making a choice for Joe's character. So
That's
say
fine.
No, but Cash like stole it from his pocket.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't have to pay for the windows.
Oh, absolutely. Just put it on this card, sir.
Yes.
That's good.
In small
That's right.
small installments, please.
$7.50 at a time.
Yeah.
Carl's wallet chain. Love that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh my god, classic.
A binding set of rings. Steel.
Oh,
Yes.
can
And he
you,
holds
can you
it
repeat that?
above
You
a
kind
fire.
of cut out.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't really know what I was saying. A fine binding chain of steel. And he like looks over and in front of him he holds out his hand and a ring of fire appears in front of you. And it turns into this sort of sickly yellow.
Oh, I love that song.
And he holds
Ring.
the yes.
Ring of fire!
Suddenly, in the distance, Coldplay's "Yellow," which I think was probably big at the time, starts playing. And he holds up the
It's
chain.
played over Ring of Fire, and they
Yeah.
do not go together.
He holds up the chain, and it begins floating in the air. And he starts speaking in a dead, cursed tongue. And I think that there's like to make this a specific ritual. It's like you have to commune with your demon. I think there has to be something that one of you has to like do some sort of rite, and I'd like to know what it is and who does it.
Do you want me to do like a kickflip?
I mean, it could be simple, just like cutting your palm. It just
Yeah, that could be like a little-
whoever's
little
demon
blood.
it is. That's why none of us want to do it.
Sure.
Yeah, you can prick your finger or something, a little blood in.
Yeah, I think she'll just prick her finger. Like flick the blood into the flames.
Great. So as you do this, the fire starts turning into a reddish purple, and the chain itself starts turning hot red, as though it's almost like molten. And smoke starts actually like it looks almost like steam is coming off the metal, but it starts turning into this like sickly smoke, which starts forming into an image in front of you, and you see this hulking, almost like tiger-like face with horns and like maybe tusks, and is the shape of a formidable demon. And Muriel gasps, she goes, I believe this is Elrook the Beast Tamer will turn men to beasts and bend them to his will. This is bad. Perhaps he is afflicting our students. As she says this and she's concerned, you start hearing a growl from outside the fire's light, and slowly several monstrous-looking creatures begin to inch out of the darkness towards you. We're gonna call it there for the evening.
I was gonna ask Oziltar to tell us about Elrook the Beast Tamer.
I will tell you.
Michael, I take back everything I said about the voice.
Yeah, it's very good. That's great.
Amazing. All right, let's stop this stream.
The whale's been breached.
The whale has been breached.
Breach whale.
We're still going. And now, thank you so much for watching. And
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week.
Yeah, hopefully next week.
Maybe. Or
Maybe.
sometime. Whatever.